Hi, I'm Christina, and this is a book review of Devotion by Hanne. So this is a historical fiction novel and it was published in 2021. Our main character is called Hanne. She is 14 years old and she lives with her mother, her father and her brother, and unfortunately her other brother has passed away. So the year is 1836 and she lives in a village called K, which is a small village in Prussia. Prussia was an independent German state in the northeast of Europe and it's now part of Poland. So Hanne actually doesn't have any friends at all. There are other girls in the village where she lives, but she doesn't really get on with any of them and she hasn't really made a connection with anybody outside of her family. So looking at her family, she is very close to her brother. He is her twin brother and they have a brilliant relationship with one another. She has a good relationship with her father, but she has a strained relationship with her mother. They do undoubtedly love each other very much, but they seem to struggle to show that to each other and to be around each other. One day, a new family moves into the village. They are a mother and a father with a daughter of a similar age to Hanne, and she is called Thea. And they strike up a lovely friendship with one another. They become inseparable and it turns into this beautiful sapphic romance. Now, I absolutely loved this book. I've given it 5 stars and I think this is probably going to be one of my favourite books of 2024. I had such a good time with it. I will say that it is a little bit slow in the beginning, so if you are reading it, definitely stick with it because it becomes such a wonderful, wonderful story. I absolutely loved these characters. I was so connected to these two girls and I really enjoyed seeing the development of their relationship. And this story is written so beautifully. I absolutely love the way in which Hanne writes. It's just such beautiful prose. I really enjoyed it. And I have so many brilliant quotes I want to share with you just so you can get a feel for the writing and just appreciate how brilliant a writer she is. So the first quote I want to share with you is on page 62 and I think it's such a beautiful description of friendship. Thea and I fell into friendship like rain to the ground, like stones into water. I just absolutely love that line. So the next quote I want to share with you is on page 89. I tried to imagine what it would be like to live in a place so different from K. It was like trying to imagine a new colour. Again, just such a wonderful line. So the next quote I want to share is on page 257 and it's about love and death and life. So, I would be forgotten. She would walk paths I could never mark with my own footprints. She would walk out and away from the life she had known me in. I think that's such a poignant line and I really love that one. So the final 2 quotes I would like to share are about nature, the first of which is about a tree and it's on page 302. The comfort of a sleeping koala nestled in our forks was akin to the weight of a hand upon a weary shoulder. Again, such a beautiful line. The final quote is about an onion seedling and I love this line again. It's so beautiful. Sweet euphoria, to be an onion seedling in well-turned earth, to feel the swelling of our tiny bulb was to feel the universe within. I just love the way she writes. So just to mention briefly on the sapphic romance, I thought it was such a beautiful love story. I would refer to it as a quiet type of love story. They're so young when they first meet, they're about 14 years old, and we watch this friendship blossom between them, and then it turns into something more, and it's such a beautiful relationship to watch. And I think the love they have for one another is so pure and so beautiful, and this book definitely made me shed a tear or two. I was so connected to these characters. I so very much wanted the best for them at all times. And I just really enjoyed this story. It is, like I said, absolutely beautifully written. There are so many themes explored in this story. Of course, we have love, we have life, we have friendship, we have soulmates. We also have family, community, belonging, and we also have grief and death. And all of these wonderful topics are explored so well. And I just thought it was such an interesting exploration of grief as well. and just the way in which we grieve after we've lost someone that we absolutely love. And we explore grief in quite a few different ways in this story, and I think it's a very, very effective look at grief and just the way in which we follow so many different characters' journeys about how they are after they've lost someone that they truly loved, and it's left such a massive hole in their life. And I thought, yeah, it was just absolutely brilliant. I would highly recommend it. I had such a good time reading this novel, and I think it's probably one of the most beautiful historical fiction books I've ever read. It's just such a good book, and probably one of my favourite historical fiction books now of all time. So if you fancy giving this one a go, I couldn't recommend it more highly. I think it's excellent, and I think it's definitely worth a read. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like the video if you've liked it, and please do subscribe if you'd like to hear more of me talking about books. I will absolutely be reading more of Hanne Kent's books. Her first novel is called Burial Rites, and I definitely want to give that one a go. And her second novel is called The Good People. This one is her third novel, so I will definitely be looking to read whatever she publishes next. And I think I'm going to go back and read her debut novel next, because I absolutely love this one and I just want to read more by her. So there we go. See you in my next one.